soldiers are coming. They come to your house. They kill you all and say we're not guilty, not guilty. Where's your mind? Humanity cries. You think you are gods, but everyone dies. Don't swallow my soul, our souls. Yaşlığıma doyamadım. Ben bu yerde yaşamadım. Yaşlığıma doyamadım. Ben bu yerde yaşamadım.
Hi rollers. You probably already guessed that this song was about the deportation of Crimean Tatars from their homeland in 1944. This song is called 1944 and it is performed by Kremli singer Jamala. She's pretty famous in Ukraine and she has a beautiful voice, as you could hear. And I think that Lina, who is also a Kremli and who is going to be our guest today, she will tell us more about 1944, about the history of her people, because she knows a lot about that. She knows her history and she could be proud of that. Hey Andres, how you doing? Hey Fred Thornbury, Borg Cube, Pietro, Robert Janosar, Marcin Logano for Ukraine, Ehbod Diri, Sweet 7433. Who else am I missing in the chat? Nikki Hill, how you doing, my friend? Gord Simpson, Wizard of Oz, how are you? Cellulose, Lynn S. Hello, my dear rollers. Who else do we have there? Zonke FH, hello, how are you doing? Well, I enjoyed that song, and as you can hear, she was using the English words she was using English in half of the song, but the verse, if I'm not mistaken, it is called the verse. It is, yeah, she's singing it in Kırımlı. So, pretty cool. And also understandable. I mean, the English words were understandable to me. Nate W, hello. Nikki Hill says, doing good, Rick, lurking from work today. Awesome. Thank you for lurking from work. Irma Westerbeck, hello from Finland. Awesome. Hello from Ukraine to you. I'm happy to see Finnish brothers here. How many Russians did you kill? 0. Maybe just by burning some of their asses someday, but I'll never know that. Hello, James McGilchrist. Are you serious or just trolling, or what is that question about? Okay, guys, so some update about Buy Me a Coffee to you today. First of all, I was able to withdraw money today. Well, I requested the withdrawal on Monday, and today I received those like $202 or something like that, 206, I don't remember exactly, but yes, I was able to do that. But yesterday, one of the rollers messaged me, and they said that they messaged Buy Me a Coffee when 5 days ago, yeah, and Buy Me a Coffee replied, and I want to show you the reply. Just give me a second. I need to send it to myself on Telegram, and I will show it to you in here. I'm a bit sleepy right now, guys. I'm sorry. I was much more energetic today, but I realized today that I'm streaming for 4 days in a row, guys, and it's 5 streams. On Sunday there was Free Azov, then a Sunday stream until 3 a.m. Actually, even until 3:30, if I'm not mistaken, right? Then what? Okay, then on Monday I went to Starsky's stream. Then yesterday I made a stream with Helena from Project Constantine. She was in Kyiv and we met. Most of you were there, so you know, guys. But if you missed that one, go check it out. It was amazing, just doing it on the mountain here in Kyiv. Well, we don't have mountains, but you know, we have high hills. It's a very hill-ish city, and a beautiful view behind us. And Helena is such a lovely woman, you know, and yeah, many people said that yesterday. And today I'm doing the 5th stream in a row in 4 days, row, not raw. Yeah, so it's a hard working week, and on Friday there's gonna be a handover event with 69 Sniffing Brigade, so I'm gonna be working from the, well, not from the early morning, because 9 a.m. is still not early morning, but I'm gonna wake up like at 7, I think. So yeah, only tomorrow wait, do I have some work tomorrow? In the evening? No, I will go to the dinner with 69 Sniffing Brigade. They invited me this time. They have that dinner every convoy, I think, and this time I got an invitation. I'm grateful, and just gonna, I hope, chill with them. Of course, I could have start doing a stream from there, but guys, I'm tired and sleepy. Okay, gotta read the chat, what you guys are saying there. I thought you might, Rick, maybe they will fix it. You mean Buy Me a Coffee? It's all still confusing and controversial, and I'm gonna tell you in a bit, okay? Just needed to finish that thought. Right, the celebrity Ukrainian? I'm not. Why am I? Nah. I went back to the beginning after skipping the song just as soon as you introduced it. Got it. Media Access 2 said that. Oh, and today is National Kids Day. Wow, congrats to all the kids. They live a, like childhood is a happy time when you're not burdened by responsibilities, right? And you don't have to make decisions. And you don't even realize that time is pretty easy for you. And there are always challenges when you're a kid. So but not for all kids. It also depends on the temperament, right? Do you use such word, temperament? Like, okay, let's say character of the kid. Hey everyone, I'm getting fed up. My operation isn't till Friday. Can't move off bed except to shuffle on the toilet. Lol, I'm going crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, Shirley. I wish you a speedy recovery after operation. Okay. Nice for you, Rick. What's nice for me? The Russians have taken a lot of ground near New York and in the south. Are you worried? They were very successful in different direction, not in the south, Mr. James McGilchrist. And what you're talking about, near New York, they didn't take a lot of ground, but they've taken a lot of ground around Ocheratina, and that's the Pokrovsk direction. And so your data is not really correct. Yes, they've taken some territory near New York, but it's not a lot of ground as you claimed. Yeah, are you worried about that, James? That's a good question from Andreas Lach. Because I am worried about every Ukrainian city, town, village occupied, just because I care. Do you care? Money, hello? How are you doing? Okay, buy me a coffee. Let's get to that, and I'm gonna show you. First I wanted to send it to you. By the way, car for the 3rd Assault Brigade. I think they already found a car and withdrawn money to pay for it, so that's very good. Thing to see 0% there because we finished that fundraiser. Just need to turn off the progress bar here. Okay, so this one is still left to finish, and then we're gonna have infinity of them, of the fundraisers, I mean. And let us not forget the kids who have childhoods robbed by grown-ups, childish conflicts. Exactly. Talking bloke. Exactly. Hello, Soul Seeker. How are you doing? Crimea is Ukraine 100%. Crimean flag has Ukrainian colors. What else you need to know, right? It took a long time to take that ground, and Ukraine took way more in Kursk in a few days, just walked right past Russians' main defense lines. Exactly. Exactly, and, the fact that Russian territory has been denazified and occupied, liberated, it says a lot, right? Because they are a nuclear state, and nuclear state can easily be, you can easily come to its territory and liberate it from the tyrannic regime of Putin, and they will just suck it up. I'm not sure that suck it up is a right phrase, but they can just choke on it, yeah, and do nothing. Like, I mean, of course they're gonna try to take the territory back, but for that they will just smash the cities with glide bombs. They will obliterate their own towns and villages, because no city still was still taken by Ukrainian army. Buy Me a Coffee responded to me too. They said it was unintentional, obviously not true, 100%, and that other countries were also affected. My next monthly was to come out 9 of 3, not sure if I should wait or switch. I don't think you should wait. I think you should switch. Try bass first, please, Cass, and then if it doesn't work for you, try Donatello. It works for those rollers who were not able to use bass. Wave for Pay seems to work better than Monobank. So, but please try bass first, guys, if you're trying to switch from Buy Me a Coffee to our new Ukrainian platforms. Well, they are not new. Well, Buy Me a Coffee base is new. It's like only 3 to 4 months old, I think. I heard the news about it at that time. But Donatello is much older. Yeah, I think a few years, even before the full-scale invasion. Yeah, they appeared either in 2017 or 2018, something like that. Okay, so what do I do here? Yeah, Rick is distracting himself as always. Okay, let me just then focus on that. I will send a screenshot of that message to you guys. Here it is. It was pretty easy, pretty fast. Yeah. Now I just need to display the screen to you. Here it is. So let's read the message from them. Hi Chuck, I hope you're doing well. We thank you for your patience and apologize for the 5-day delay in responding. We're currently experiencing a high volume of tickets, which is causing some delays in our response, blah blah blah. It's automated. Obviously, they didn't write that message, at least this part of the message. We understand the frustration caused by the change affecting countries like Ukraine, and we want to assure you that this was unintentional. Yeah, here it is. Here it goes. We're disabling Wise and Pioneer, guys, both of them. So here goes the confusion. Just remember this part. Due to incompatibility with our upcoming features like support for local currency, auto payouts, etc. Bullshit. Creators from affected region can withdraw their payments before August 15th. See, guys, the message has changed from August. The date has changed from August 14th, which is today, to August 15th. Afterward, the payout method will be disabled. You see? Which method? They are talking, you see? They are saying August 15th. Before that, they said that 2 payout methods will be disabled, Wise and Pioneer, both of them. By the way, it's super small. Let me make it bigger. I doubt you can see it properly. Here it is. The text is getting bigger now. You can read it yourself there. Hello, guys, everyone who's joining the stream. Anthony Deep. By the way, Anthony, what part of Ukraine you are from? Please tell me. I'm really curious. That wasn't the same response I got. Mine was much shorter. You see? So those responses are different, but they are all confusing because they are controversial. You know, in some messages they say that Wise is going to remain enabled, and then they say the opposite in this letter, for example. So they said afterward the payout method, just one method, will be disabled. But here in the previous sentence, they said that we're disabling two methods, Wise and Pioneer. Then let's go to 2 days ago, where they replied to me and other Ukrainian on Twitter. Let me find a message real quick. Just a second. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, here it is. Here's a message. So I'm gonna show it to you on the screen now. Okay, let me see the size, if you can see it properly. Yeah, I think the size is good. So no small letters. We obviously have a Russian bot in the chat. There's no Russian part of Ukraine, James McGilchrist. How does it feel to be a pawn of the terrorist state? Let us know. Anyway, there was a message from Ukrainian, Teoria Oleg, who said, my goal for past weeks was to get some kind of statement from you about you abandoning creators from Ukraine and blocking them, withdrawing their earned money, but I guess you muted me and other Ukrainians long ago, so we won't get any comments whatsoever. And here's the message from Buy Me a Coffee, and it's very controversial. Let's begin with this. This is simply not true. Let's clarify. So they're saying that it's not true, right? First, we never hold funds if for some reason we cannot pay out potential fraud, bank account issues, the amount is refunded. Okay. This is actually, I'm not sure that is true, but maybe in some time they will refund the money that Allah, from Saint Petrivci, was not able to withdraw today. She confirmed that today they completely canceled her withdrawal request without even showing her this. It just disappeared, like she never requested the refund. That's what she told me. She sent them a new email, so let's see what's gonna happen of that. But yeah, that's also very important information, and that's their behavior. Okay, let's go to the point 2. Not one Ukrainian creator's payout is held. Bullshit. Because this guy here, my goal for past few weeks, okay, it's not confirmed. This one is not confirmed, but I can confirm with Allah. I trust her 100%, so this is it. Anyway, please, we paid out to thousands of Ukrainian creators this week. Please reply with the creator tag if you know of any. It could be some other issue, and we'd be happy to fix it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Almost all of the creators use our standard payout method powered by Stripe. We've decided to focus on this for fraud prevention, less overhead costs, and other reasons which are important for the sustainability of the business. Unfortunately, Stripe do not support Ukraine today. Because of this, we're planning to continue offering an alternative payout method, such as Wise, for countries that are not supported. So now they're saying that Wise is not going to be disabled, guys. Look at this. This is important. As we figured this out, we can confirm that it is business as usual for creators from Ukraine on Buy Me a Coffee. I hope they are not lying, because they are still sending emails like this one where they claim that they're disabling Wise and Pioneer due to incompatibility with our upcoming features like support for local currency, auto payouts, etc. So what's the truth, guys? What should I believe? Your emails or your Twitter? Or maybe you should call your manager, and just let us talk to grown-ups here? What the hell is happening? So let's See next, it's getting even more interesting, guys. We'd appreciate if you stop spamming our socials, spreading misinformation about us, such as we blocked withdrawals to Ukraine. We'll have no option but to block you and move on. You know what they mean? They are threatening Ukrainians to block us if we will keep saying that they are blocking withdrawals, basically the truth, to Ukrainians. So they are threatening to block you, obviously this user, their Buy Me a Coffee, and obviously mine. I will show you why in a bit. So unlike most of our competitors, we made a real effort to support creators from Ukraine from day one, and we hope to continue to do so. We hope to continue to do so by disabling one of the payout methods for Ukrainians. Great. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for your support as always. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for your support as always. We'll have no option but to block you and move on. You see how it matches. Pretty cool, right? So, guys, all of this. I didn't show you the bottom because it was zoomed in, right? Was I? What? Come on. Come here. Yeah. Now you can see it. Okay, I think I was just doing it in the wrong browser before. I'm not sure. Anyway, here's their message. Here's the end of it. You see the words yourself now. We'd appreciate if you stop spamming our socials, spreading misinformation about us, such as we blocked withdrawals to Ukraine. We'll have no option but to block you and move on. Unlike most of our competitors, we made a real effort to support creators from Ukraine from day one, and we hope to continue to do so. Thank you for your support as always. We wouldn't be here without you. We'll have no option but to block you and move on. Yeah, a comedy. I found this ridiculously not funny, to be honest. Okay. We have some trolls here today. That's good, guys. That's good. That means that we're seen by more people today. My thanks to Stinger for my membership, says Panda812. Hello, Panda. How are you doing? And welcome. They are also against law in EU. What do you mean by that? Volyn. Anthony Deep is from Volyn. Awesome, Anthony. Maybe you told me already, but I missed that. Where do you know about Rickrollers and my channel from? Really curious to know that always. That wasn't the same response. I know that you're with us for a long time. I'm just curious how it happened initially, you know? That wasn't the same response I got. Mine was much shorter. I've read that one from Cass, yes. Okay, let's go and see. Hey, Pietro, how are you? That's a good question. Hello, Julie Webb, how are you? Crimea, Ukraina. Exactly. Lorene. Greetings, Lorene. Lorene, by the way, how are you doing? How's your health? How do you feel these days? By the way, Lou Max comes here to the stream, and usually the only thing they say in the chat is Rick is top. Maybe something else, Lou Max? I really am curious to know where you're from and how do you know, how did you discover the channel? Yeah, let's call it this way. All this wording has to be done before you take action. They are so open for lawsuit in EU. That's amazing. What a wise decision here. We must set up a trial account with Wise Network. Does it work? Guys, by the way, I think I checked Wise today, and I think I still am able to withdraw money from Wise if I'm going to be able to withdraw them from Buy Me a Coffee to Wise. But I don't even have Wise option on Buy Me a Coffee. It's only Payoneer for now. Let me check. Maybe something changed today, but I doubt that. So if I go to payouts and press withdraw, I have only, bank deposit via Payoneer. Show more? There's nothing more, guys. That's the only thing here. So, yeah. This thing is confusing for now, but let's wait until 16th, because they say 15th of August now, and that means that maybe 15th on 15th it's still gonna be working Payoneer withdrawal, I mean, and I will just update you on 16th what's gonna happen there, if we're gonna have Wise option there at all, or just gonna be just Stripe. So yeah, I still need time. The customer service team is mid as expected. The product team is dicking around trying to please the investors who know nothing but 6 numbers on a profit statement. Yeah, Tim Girk, that's a good statement there. Okay, I'm missing a lot of messages there in the chat already. Just you? That is so creepy in a way. What do you mean, Duncan Stewart? Not worth dealing with. Buy me a coffee. Monobank base, try first, and Donatella if base doesn't work for you, Fred Thornbury said. Yeah, I can confirm that Donatella works for those who were not able to become a member on the base. So if you already canceled your memberships on Buy Me a Coffee but still haven't subscribed, please try base first and then try Donatello. Okay, keep spreading the news. I will. Keep running, it makes it easier to find you. Are you talking to me, Pork Cube? Buy Me a Coffee is just a blob, says Martin Casper. Well, they act like it is in communication, guys, to be honest, really. This is not a proper communication with your users. You need to make a public statement, not in a reply to people who tag you, you know? Just make a public announcement and make it clear what you are disabling and what not. And don't make different statements. Like on email you say that you're disabling Wise and Payoneer, but on Twitter you say that Wise is still going to be available. Anthony Deep, Rick, I was born in Dnipro but grew up in Volyn. Awesome, Anthony, thank you for letting me know. Very pretty of Buy Me a Coffee people. My what the fuck of them. They very pretty with those words. Yeah, Nate W. You're right. Вже і тут боти є. They are everywhere. Bots are everywhere. YouTube запропонував. Я тепер з вами. Oh, that's amazing. So Anthony Deep joined us when YouTube just recommended this stream, this channel. That's cool. That also happens. Ha. Wait, what law is the European Union? In the European Union. How do you think I'm back to as good as my health will get? Thanks. Awesome, Lorraine. I'm glad to hear, but yeah, as good as it will get. Howdy, partners. Sorry for being out. Hello, Colonel Sun. How are you doing? And make sure you are in the live chat. I need to make sure. Let me go to the live chat now. I am now. Colonel Sun, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate that a lot. By the way, hello, Apatox. How are you, my friend? Okay, so I missed a lot of messages. Again, I'm just not keeping up with the chat, guys. Sorry. I'm curious about the EU law too. Yeah, really curious. Me too, I mean. Is there a fuck buy me a coffee emoji? Yeah, crap buy me a coffee emoji. Operator Starsky brought me here, says Gene Wilder People. Awesome. Gene Wilder People. I am happy to be on Starsky's streams. He's such a great fella, you know. Love him. Very wholesome. Martin Bissick, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Andres, please like the stream. Yeah, guys, please like the stream. It's important. Secular Sekai says, setting up Donatello soon base didn't work for me, unfortunately. Okay, thank you for that. Max, you're always top. Lumax, you're always top because you're always encouraging nearly everyone pro-Ukraine channel I see. It's good to see you here. Lumax, I hope you weren't offended by my words. I really mean that. Tell us more about yourself. I'm really curious. Maybe you don't want to share, so just tell us and I'll unstick from you, you know. I won't ask anymore. Friday, please let us know. Pioneer like Pioneer? I mean, they say you're going to be suspended for complaining on free social media, was my meaning, Rick. Okay, got it. What percentage does Donatello take? 2% plus 2% monthly. No, 2%. So 4% it is. It is less than Buy Me a Coffee. Base takes 3% only one time. So base is the best option. It's less money being taken. By the way, guys, don't forget that after I receive the money, I will also pay 5% as a private entrepreneur tax. I will pay the tax, not a commission. This is a tax from my government. No, I referring to the trolls. Got it. Borg Cube. I had an issue using autofill when joining base. Got it. Mark Sangeman. Rick, I just posted on page regarding Wise into Discord. Awesome. Thank you. Даріку, ти в трендах Ютуба, і це круто. Ваша праця дуже цінна. Дуже дякую. We have the new subscriber, KDS. Guys, if you put the comment to your donations on the base, it will auto-narrate it with the robotic voice with a Ukrainian accent. This is so cool. So if anyone sends a donation, we're gonna have some fun, because last time, who was that? Apatox or... No, it was Paul D who sent Never Gonna Give You Up, and she was singing it with the Ukrainian accent. It was pretty cool. Okay. And Anthony, yeah, thank you so much for kind words. It is, yeah, I am honored to, have the opportunity to do this work. Troll and Rick is kind of pointless. He did not invade Kursk. We raise funds for ambulances. Yeah, exactly. Well, not for the ambulances at the moment, but no, not even once. Are there any restrictions on sending to hryvnias? 1 or 2, and the second of 2. Due to current global sanctions, we can't send UA hryvnias to Crimea, Sevastopol, Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, and Zaporizhia regions. You also can't send to business bank accounts. So you're probably talking about the EU laws, right? Send in positive vibes, my friend. Best of luck to you and yours. Thank you very much, Panda. Thank you, Martin Bisick, once again. Yeah. Okay, vatniks are fascists. Said Rick, if you were to become mayor of Kursk, what would be on your agenda for the region? I think I will, first of all, okay, let me think about something funny. I don't have such a good sense of humor as Starsky. He would have already made you laugh by this point. But okay, sense of humor. Rick, look for it. It is somewhere in there. I would actually make them make meetings, I will teach them how to protest. No, I don't think so. And it's not funny, guys. I'm just not a very clever person. I apologize for that. Cool graphics, another plus for base. Yeah, base is based, and it's still on beta, guys. I'm gonna be definitely giving them feedback. I will call next week. I think I will have more time, and I will call Monobank, and I will ask them to receive my feedback about the features I want to see and to make it more functional. To, for example, let us choose what song is going to be playing when the notification arrives. And also they have some bugs, and I, for example, cannot see your emails if you're even putting them there. So yeah, still a lot of things to adjust, because if people don't put their name, I see just cat there or an empty name, and I just can't identify who has become a member, and I cannot contact the members. There's no messaging there, so there's still a lot of things to improve. Okay, vatniks are fascists. Good afternoon, Andres. That one is for Andres. Great question, vatniks. Yeah, you're welcome, Rick. Potato salad. Free Ukrainian lessons. Good idea. Toilets for everyone. Holy crap, yes. I can't write or read Russian. How can insult the trolls? Visa sent me a text. I had to put in a code to make my donation to Mono, hoping they don't do that monthly. Visa charges me a 3% fee to convert currency. For your info. Okay, thank you. Make Russians protest. What do you mean you aren't a clever person? That's right on point. Yeah, that's right on point. I'm not a clever person. I know what you mean. I know, I'm just making fun. Kenty, hello, how you doing, my friend? Sit them down and make them talk about talking pillows. Only the one with a pillow is allowed to talk. Dulas makom. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Right, Nikki. And never apologize for misspelling. You live, you learn. You just receive the answer, of how it is spelled correctly, and move on. Just don't apologize for that. That's okay. Like, you're learning. Obviously, the Kursk parking lots in front of restaurants need to be bigger. I didn't get that joke, Andres. This one is clever, though I don't get it. Okay, my friends, only 3 minutes left until Lina is joining us. I am happy that she's going to be joining us so soon. So let me just send her the link once again so she won't need to search. Oh, but before doing that, no, not before, probably after. Anyway, I need to add. No, let me leave it this way, because I'll have to adjust a lot. Okay, yeah, so Lina, where are you? I need to message you. Here's the link. Join at any second. Wow, she read this instantly. Were you watching, Lina? You already have your own emoji there. Okay. Okay. What am I thinking of? Oh, guys, just to quickly show you what's gonna be happening today on my channel. Let me show you. At 10:30 Ukrainian time, so basically 1.5 hours after the stream, I'm gonna premiere the video that you've seen on Greg's stream yesterday, but some of you maybe didn't visit that stream, so it's gonna be new for you. This is a video how we scattered the ashes of Peter Fouché. A heavy one. I bet you're gonna cry. I did not cry today, but it was heavy, and I think I felt a bit worse than I was in the morning after rewatching this when I was editing the video and actually recording the intro for this video. Lately, maybe you notice, guys, that lately I am working on content more. I'm making the introduction video, like intro, and I'm getting more, I would say, more effective on that, because before that I tried to make it smooth and smart without some inappropriate sentences or words, but now I just go and do it like I do it on the stream. I just talk. Hello, Lina.
Hi.
I'm happy
Can
to
you
see
hear me
you.
well?
Not good, I would say, because
Let me try to put my headphones.
yeah, headphones will provide a microphone closer to your mouth than a device that you're doing it from.
How about now?
Oh, that's cool, but a bit quiet. Let me make you louder. I think I know what's the problem. Please say now.
What about now?
Still a bit quiet. Maybe you reconnect?
I'm not sure it will become better because.
Oh, it just became better. You increased
Hey!
it somehow. How did you do that?
Maybe I'll try to speak louder.
There's still some noise, like the background noise, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, we can hear like a bit of a buzzing.
I'm sorry about that.
Maybe you try to just get that thing. How do you call it? Коротше, покрутити в роз'ємі навушники.
Okay, I'm turning it. Does it help?
No, just forget it. Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, and actually, I'm a little bit excited. Not only to be here and to speak to you and to your community, but also to announce that my project I'm working in, we opened a fundraiser to collect money for a festival of Crimean Tatar literature, I'd say.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if anyone is interested in supporting us, I will provide details.
Yes, please send me the link and PayPal if you have it. Do you have
Yes.
PayPal?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. So I'm gonna add this to the description of the stream right away. And Anthony Deep in the chat. Подаруй гарній дівчині нормальні навушники. Okay. Though I don't know the good headphones. What I'm using is not good. Anyway, good advice. Laptop fan, room fan, I hear her though. Lina, Duncan Stewart says. By the way, Lina, if you can see the chat, do you maybe have it opened on another device?
Yes, I can.
You can see that you have your own emoji there, but probably you noticed it the last time too.
That's very flattering.
Well, it's the one where you do like this, or I don't know how. Andreas, tell me. Andreas creates these. Okay, so
How about you, Rick?
well, I'm good, pretty effective. I just realized before the stream that I am streaming every day for 4 days, and yeah, for 4 days in a row, and on Sunday it was 2 streams, so 5 streams in 4 days. I won't say it's easy physically,
Of course.
but mentally I feel fulfilled.
I'm tired.
And tired. Today I'm tired, yeah, but yesterday I was pretty energized. I will try to rest tonight, and tomorrow I'm, by the way, meeting one of the rollers, and maybe even 2 of the rollers. Yeah, they are coming to Kyiv for a week, and yeah, we're gonna have a chance to hang out. Okay. Lina, I'm waiting for a link from you, but still don't see it.
Yes, one sec.
I'm not distracting you. Okay, I'm gonna look at the chat for now. Lina is with a mic in hand on that emoji. Got it. I just don't see the mic on.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
emoji.
It was my first video. I had to keep it in my hand.
Yeah, it's from one of her thumbnails. Got it. Laptop fan? Room fan? I was already reading that one. From one, also. Great to see you. Yeah, people are happy to see you. Okay, I have the Monobank link. It doesn't work for many people, but I also see an email here for PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And maybe I will also provide details
Yeah, please do.
to bank transition.
To what?
My bank account details.
Um, I think
So
PayPal will
PayPal.
work,
Okay.
but maybe if some people want to do a wire transfer, of course. Uh, okay, what's that? Bank. I usually don't put those details into the description, just not
Never
to.
mind. Never mind.
I'm thinking about your privacy, you know? This is why.
If anyone is interested, I have a link to my Twitter account. Feel free to
Oh, yeah.
write me there if you want
Let's do
to.
that, yeah. Okay, so let me add it right away so I will not forget, because I can easily forget. That's typical me. So here is gonna be Lina's PayPal. Okay, guys, I updated the page. You can go and send the donation to Lina's PayPal. Most of you using PayPal, so not a problem. Lina's fundraiser. And here I'm gonna put the monobank link. So just a second. Okay. Oh, by the way, I wonder if I'm able to do the noise suspension to your source. Just give me a second. I think I will be able to do that. Yeah, because it just became louder.
Sorry.
Just a second, no problem. Noise suspension. Yeah, here it is. There's a filter that is called noise gain. I can gain the noise. Crazy. Okay, it's much better now. Can you try to say something?
I'm glad to be here and thank you for putting my PayPal details too.
Yeah, I'm always happy to help. So yeah, guys, you can update the page of the stream, and both Lina's PayPal and Lina's monobank jar are there. Lina, please tell us about this festival.
Okay, this is a traditional festival of my project, which is called Crimean Fig. Maybe if someone is in Ukraine from Rollers, you might see this book in bookstores. It is the book which got published after a literary competition. And after the competition, we are going to announce winners of this year's competition. And after announcing winners, we would like to hold this festival to invite some musicians, to have some literary discussions or discussions about some social or political issues, to organize this intellectual island, I would say, in this fast-going life in Ukraine. And of course, everything will be dedicated to Crimea or Crimean Tatar topic, because this is the issue my project is trying to address.
Awesome. So, by the way, I need to check your jar too. Just give me a second. How much are you raising? I am curious.
We do not have a limit.
I see it.
The more is better, but there is no limit.
Oh no. It just як це? Привиділось. Коротше, здалось, що донат з'явився, але ні. Поки що. Але But why did I switch to Ukrainian, guys? I don't know. I'm just tired. This is why. I am not thinking pretty straight. So, Lina, I also was showing. I don't know if you noticed that or not, if you were watching the stream from the beginning. But I've put a song of Jamala, 1944, in the beginning of the stream, and this was a suggestion of Prometheus UA, by the way. He asked me if I want some Crimean themed music today on the stream, and I said, well, that's a good idea. So can you please tell us more about Deportation of 1944? I think this song is about that, right?
Yeah, the song is about that. But before talking about deportation, I would like to mention that a year ago in 2023, Jamala released the whole album called
Hmm.
Krim, which is Crimea, and it contains, if I'm not mistaken, 13 songs
Wow.
of Crimean Tatar people, and some of them are pretty rare songs. I mean, they had to have this expedition to some villages of Crimea, talking to old people, gathering texts or music like melodies. So this is like a big treasure. And
Hmm.
the album was, I would say, almost occupied because the studio
Hmm.
they were making this album in was in Kiev when all the crew of Jamala's crew was thinking about leaving Kiev or uh, going to western part of Ukraine. So everyone was pretty nervous about the destiny of this album, whether it will be safe, whether Russians, if they seize Kiev, will destroy it. So this album's got a big history, and if anyone is interested, I totally recommend listening to it. I have few favorite songs from it, and they're totally magnificent. I was afraid to listen to this album for, I think, first weeks when it got released
Hmm.
because I knew I will cry.
Hmm.
So I needed some safe space and time alone to listen to it
Hmm.
and process all emotions inside me.
And how did it go?
Uh, I was surprised I didn't cry the first time I listened to it, but in the moments, uh, like these hard moments, especially after getting some news about our political prisoners, I
Hmm.
came back to this album trying to like feel this connection to my roots and my nation. So sometimes I cry when I hear some songs from it.
Guys, I'm showing it on the screen on Jamala's channel. There's this album. It's 15 songs there. They're all in Kremli, right?
Yeah, except the last one, which is outro. It
Oh
has
yeah.
no lyrics.
By the way, there's no intro in this album, only outro.
Aline song, which is the first one, is intro.
Okay. Kirim Symphony Orchestra. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's a symphony orchestra, and they played it live, like with the whole orchestra. And also, they have this album on vinyl. I'm not sure it's in English vinyl.
Probably the same, yeah. But I'm not sure too.
Okay, so
What do you think, Lina, if we all listen together to this intro song now?
oh yeah, yeah, I will enjoy it.
Awesome. Then I'm just gonna share a screen with you. Just give me a second. And Rollers will listen it with us to it. Or it. Yeah. I think both work. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, guys, let's listen. This was epic. Yeah. What does alim means? Or alim, and what is this song about? Do you know?
Alim is like national hero. He's a character who was kind of Crimean Tatar Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
He was protecting poor people and like being hero. And if I'm not mistaken, in the part when like lots of people talking, they are saying like, Alima's dad, did you know that? Like there is a piece of news. So people admiring him, and if I'm not mistaken, they say if Alim dad, if someone brings this kind of sad news, people say die yourself if you're telling us this awful news.
Wow. I opened on the screen, I opened the link that you sent me, and this is just awesome. You can actually read the meaning of each song and the translation. Fantastic. Thank you. I will share this link with you guys. What?
And the text of the songs, like lyrics.
Yes, yes.
It's a great resource.
So here, Bilohirsk, Karazu Bazar, yeah? This is a place.
Karazu Bazar is a town which is called in Ukrainian Bilohorsk.
Mm-hmm. Bilohorsk, yeah.
The name which was given to the city after deportation of 1944, when Soviet Union decided to rename all the toponyms in Crimea to erase the memory of Crimean Tatar people living there before.
Yeah, guys, if you did not know, they didn't just deport Crimean Tatars. They renamed all the towns, villages, almost all of them. Some of the names remained, like Bakhchisarai, right?
6 names in all Crimea.
Only 6 names. I would say a few hundred, right?
I would say several thousand.
That's several thousand. So also 1,000 villages were in Crimea, or we're talking not only about villages?
Villages, big cities, like the capital of Crimea, for example, it was also renamed. Oh, and before I forgot, the man Jamala sings to, like with, it is her father. So this story becomes, a little bit sentimental when you know about the history of this album deeper.
This is just awesome. And guys, if you scroll down, you see there are lyrics both in Kremli and here in English. Alim Alim, I repeat, I have lost my appetite. Let the Frankish doctor come to heal my wounded heart. Aman Alim gorgeous Alim Now Alim shapens his skith, drinks cold water from the lake. The hot July sun burns right through his hat. Aman Alim. By the way, what's Aman? Do you know?
It is like a popular word. It is used in songs pretty often. But, I don't want to lie, so probably I will not tell you because I'm not sure. So
okay, no problem. And in the end here, now Alim goes to the bazaar. Many there give him the eye. If any do not wish him well, may they all go straight to hell. Nice one. Wow. And I don't know, for some reason, this song made me sentimental. Right now, I don't know. It sounded so damn awesome and epic, and as people were recommending in the chat, bohemian, inspiring, and Silno from Anthony Deep. I agree, guys, with all of you. Thank you.
There are some sad songs, like pretty sentimental, There are some energetic songs, so listen to the whole album and choose which one you like the most.
Yeah, and Burke says Aman equals my God.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Annie Wilk. Who else is joining us there? Let me say hello to people. Hello, Adam Rounds. Prometheus UA, by the way. Hello, how are you doing? Prometheus says the Turkic language family of more than 35 documented languages spoken by the Turkic people of Eurasia from Eastern Europe and Southern Europe to Central Asia, East Asia, North Asia, and West Asia. Do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, I have. Crimean Tatar language is a Turkic language, and yes, it sounds similar to Turkish language for people who know Turkish. How does it sound? And the cool thing is about Crimean Tatar language that it is like on the crossing between two groups of Turkic languages. One group is Kipchak, which is like, for example, the languages of Asian part, for example, Kazakhstan. This is Kipchak, Turkic language. And the second group is Oghuz, which is the language of people living around Black Sea, for example, Turkish people and Azerbaijan people. And Crimean Tatar language is kind of between them. So we have a lot of words from Oghuz group, but we also have this pronunciation from Kipchak group. So for Turkish-speaking people, we might sound a little bit like too harsh. Some of my Turkish friends say that Crimean Tatar language for them sounds like Slavic person speaks Turkish. It's kind of not the best thing you can say about someone's language, but
yeah, I can imagine.
yeah. But this is like cool thing because knowing Crimean Tatar language means you will understand more languages than from Turkic, than people from Oghuz or Kipchak groups.
Interesting. Thank you for that addition. And I, guys, want to actually add the link to this awesome website that Lina shared with me. I want to add it to the description of the stream. And it's going to be fast. Okay, so how do I name it?
Crimea album?
Yeah. Crimea. Okay, Jamala's Crimea album, right?
Yeah.
Crimea album. So there's going to be a link to the website, but after that, Jamala's Crimea album on YouTube. Because I found it on her channel. And kind of also easier to access the playlist there. So also gonna add that one. Just give me a second. Yeah, here it is. Okay, updated the page. Wow, I'm efficient at this today because usually it takes me half an hour to an hour to just add something to the description of the stream. Rick,
What seems to be the problem?
my distractiveness. It's so easy to distract me. My wife suspects that I have ADHD. She said, maybe you want to pass the test for ADHD? I said, well, what's the purpose? And she said, well, it's treated by the meds. And I thought, maybe I should definitely pass the test.
Well, it doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, I agree. But AJ Lahinska says speedy Rick mode, but it's, guys, it's actually confusing because I am tired today. I'm more speedy. It slows down. So yeah, probably I definitely have ADHD because it slows me down. So I'm becoming effective and not switching from task to task. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a logic in this. Okay, Lina, I had a question to you, but I lost it, I think, due to my ADHD, obviously.
You asked me before I started talking about album about deportation.
Yes, but also something about the album. Wanted to ask, yes, what is your favorite song in this one?
Ooh, kind of hard question. I would say two of them. The first one is Dağlarının Yolları, which is translated the roads of mountains.
Uh-huh.
And the second is Eki Çeşme, which is like to. I don't know how to translate Çeşme to English in one word. Let's say it's kind of not fountain, but spring where you can take some water
Mm-hmm.
with a good quality. So usually near Cheshmeh, people would see each other, talk, have some small talks, maybe to pass some news, and also to get some fresh water. And sometimes it even became, how to say, the place of young people to meet each other of different sexes. So, for example, in this, conservative Muslim community, it might be hard for young men to get to know young girls. So they would come to Cheshmeh to see girls who are taking water for their families, and to understand whether they're interested to propose to her.
Yeah, so basically, well, by the way, I know that I wonder if I should ask the questions that I have in my mind right now, and let us talk about deportation a bit later, because I will forget these questions. Since we're talking about you know Crimea being a Muslim country, okay, let's say country, even I think autonomous republic could be called country, right?
A state.
A state, yeah, we can call it a state. Yes, so Muslim state, but you guys were never. Like, I think you're progressive. You were a just give me a second. A state that Turkey pretends to be these days. How do you call this? Svitska država. How is it in English? Yeah, so it's.
I gotta go to look at the dictionary.
Yeah, probably that's what I should do also. Андрій Ніколаєнко, hello. Всім потужний чай, thank you.
Secular, yeah,
Secular, yeah, so secular state. And I think Crimea was a secular state before the occupation. Or was it? I wonder. Tell us, please.
You mean the occupation of beginning of 20th century?
Probably. Okay, let's discuss both periods before the occupation of 20th century, and then before the occupation of 2014. So what do you think? How do you see it?
Well, even though Islam is kind of important to Crimean Tatar identity, like it is really uniting for Crimean Tatar people. It was not like this very conservative Islam. For example, it was typical for women not to cover their bodies or their hair or their head. Like, for example, if you look at Crimean Tatar traditional dresses, you would see that the woman may wear fez, as I was wearing on the previous stream, or for example, when they are cooking, they are putting some scarf on the head to protect hair not to fall into dishes, but nothing more. Also, from the history of Crimean Khanate, for example, which was existing in Middle Ages as Crimean Tatar state, from the middle of 15th century to the beginning of 18th century, women had many rights, like much more rights than, for example, women in the Ottoman Empire. For example, the sisters and mothers of Crimean Khan, like the main person in the state, they were into the politics. They wrote letters to European diplomatic like people, and they were influential. They could go to, for example, some, how do I say, a meeting where Han is deciding whether to attack some country or not. Yeah, and even, for example, in modern literature, which I also recommend to people from Ukraine who are watching your stream, because unfortunately this book isn't translated yet into English. It is called Krvava Kafa, and it is written by Alexandra Shutko, which is a Ukrainian writer. She wrote this book about some period in Crimean Khanate history, and it was describing that the daughter of Crimean Khan, like his only daughter, was riding a horse outside of the palace, like on the steppe, discovering the neighborhood, on the wild nature. And it was okay. She was alone, and she had every right to do it because she's a young girl and she wants to discover and she wants to feel freedom, not to be a prisoner in this cool, fancy palace. So I respect this rule, and comparing to other Islamic countries, Crimeans are really progressive. And as I was saying about the beginning of 20th century, when Crimean Tatar people got to create their own state, it was the first democratic republic in the Muslim world. And it was in 1917, and women had right to choose and to be chosen. Like in the government, if Soviet Union hadn't ruined it, the woman would be present.
Wow, that's really cool. And Prometheus UA commenting on my words, not on yours, obviously. Crimea was occupied by Russia in the late 18th century. After that, there was no separate Crimean Tatar state. You are confusing a state with a nation. Yeah, but is Prometheus
There was a state which was called Crimean Khanate, and I was talking about it right now.
It was a state. Yeah.
Yes, it was. It existed for more than 3 centuries.
And when they were occupied by Russians, it was still
1783.
1783, and since then there was still a state inside of empire, right?
No. Since then, Crimean Khanate was ruined. It stopped existing, and until the beginning of 20th century, 1917, Crimean Tatar people didn't have their own state. They were occupied by Russian Empire.
Yeah, that's what Prometheus UA said. So basically, you're confirming each other's words. And we lost Lina. She's going to be back in a second. Okay. Yeah, here she is. Welcome.
Yeah, you're here.
What happened?
I don't know.
No problem. Okay. What am I? There was another comment there. But no. There's no comment. Okay, whatever. So, you were. I asked you about that. Yeah, if it was a secular state or not, and you told me about Han's daughter riding a horse freely. Of course, Han's daughter could do that, but could some lower society members do that? How? Do you know anything about how women were treated back then?
I can provide some details. Again, the part I especially like is sharing information about marriage traditions. Firstly, girls had rights to choose whether they want to get married to this particular guy who is asking her heart and hand. So girls could decide if they want this particular guy or not. It wasn't typical for Crimean Tatars to make marriages between children and old people. Like, for example, right now in Afghanistan, or if I'm not mistaken, Pakistan, it is like typical for 10 years old girls to be married to some old guys. Like, it's creepy and it's absolutely abusive.
Yeah, and absolutely pedophilic.
Yes, yes. So it wasn't typical for Crimean Tatar people. They protected children, they respected women, uh, they were cool, and it was even not typical for men to take two wives, for example. But even though Islam allowed it, uh, for example, I'm not saying it didn't exist. Like, some people did that, but it was so untypical that the man who would take, for example, the second wife, he would got this nickname, for example, Shevket, two wives. So people in the village see that this is so untypical that they give him this nickname, like a stamp on his face, like, this is Shevket with two wives. He is so not like us.
Got it. So they kind of shamed those people who were taking two wives.
I'm not sure about shaming. Unfortunately, I can't comment about like emotions,
Of
but
course.
it's more about like traditions.
I know, but just knowing the societies and how they work, giving someone a special name for being different from others
Yeah,
is shaming. Usually, usually they like people are trying to shame someone for being different.
or
There's typical.
maybe laughing at him, like,
Yeah,
look how
but
pretty he
laughing
is.
and shaming, I think, is almost the same when we talk about society, like when they separate someone from their group. Do you think so? Maybe different.
Definitely is like highlighting this different person.
Yeah. By the way, there was a good question. If we're finished with this topic, have we finished with this one?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So, Prometheus UA was asking me to ask you a good question. Rick, the Kremlin have a very old and deep tradition of coffee. Please ask your guests. Do you know about this? Yeah, I'm sure you know about this.
Yeah. Like, not a lot, unfortunately, but some details I will gladly provide. This year, for example, Crimean Tatar coffee tradition was put into Ukraine's material heritage. Like, it is officially recognized as some cool heritage we have to protect, and like, this exists and we respect it. Yeah, coffee is a very old tradition for Crimean Tatar people. As soon as they could visit some markets outside of their state, or to have some people coming with goods to Crimea, they would buy coffee. Like, of course they would. Coffee. We have different types of reasons to drink coffee. I will give you an example. For example, if we are having a holiday, let's say Kurban Bayram or Puraza Bayram, people would come to, like, young people would come to older people to wish them all the best, and old people would make some coffee, and it would be called Bayram Kahvesi, like like holiday coffee. When girl gets married, she makes coffee for her husband's parents. It is called Kelin Kahvesi, like the coffee from a bride. Every like the coffee reason. There is the word.
No donation.
Hmm?
A donation.
Aerate.
Aerates iron. I thought There was a donation. Guys,
Yeah, so
yeah, please, Lina, continue. I will say it later.
remember,
Air
do
raid
not
siren?
your point.
Are you going to the shelter?
No, no, not.
Me too. Or me neither, probably.
Yeah. So, and every type of coffee would have some traditions connected to it. It's like different ways to drink coffee, different ways to present it to people. It may be also kozaydın kahvesi, which is like the coffee of good news. For example, in the end of June, like few months ago, it was a reason to drink kozaydın kahvesi in Crimea and in Ukraine because the deputy of the head of Crimean Tatar Mejlis, Nariman Jalal, was released from Russian captivity.
I wanted to talk about that too. Yes.
So we came here. It is like very special event, and actually it is a big holiday for me personally because I see it as a big sign for changes. Crimean Tatar political prisoners weren't released since 2019 when Oleg Sentsov was released, and Russia is refusing to exchange Crimean Tatar prisoners or prisoners from Crimea in general, not only Crimean Tatar people. And this is like, it was a big event, and everyone's attention was about Nariman Jalal destiny and life. So the night we knew that he's gotten released, people would drink this celebrating coffee at the night at 4 in the morning because it's a tradition. People do that when they hear good news. They drink coffee. And the wife of Nariman Jalal, for example, when we talked to her, she said like, people would come to my house in 5 in the morning to drink coffee because that's the way people connect into each other. So there are other coffees like coffee to welcome guests, coffee to drink in the morning, and every different types of coffee. I believe it's more than 20 of them. So yeah, and also if I have a minute to talk about coffee more.
You have all the time in the world.
In Crimean Hanit, for example, coffee place was called Kaviakhane. And it was not just a coffee place like in these days where you go and drink coffee. It was like a social center, I would say, like a place instead of using social networks as we do today, like Twitter or Facebook. People would go to Kaviakhane. They would exchange news. They would ask about something they need. For example, hey, guys in this place, do you know any guy who can make, I don't know, boats? I need to buy a boat. And they would say, yeah, you know, I know the guy. So people would hire people in Kaviakhane. They would also discuss some political questions. Like, it was extremely important thing. And people, like, there was no price for coffee. If you come and you order coffee, you drink it and you leave as much money as you can. If you are a rich person, you can leave some good amount of money. If you are poor, pay as much as you can. But like, it's on your consciousness. You're not like, people would trust each other, and the sense of community was pretty strong. People knew that they will not be fooled. And there was also a tradition.
Oh, we lost her again. She's gonna be joining in a second. Just a second. Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Ukraine right now, or maybe not only in Ukraine, I don't know, we have this cool tradition to, how to say, for example, I'm ordering 1 cup of coffee in cafe, but I'm paying for 2 coffees. And the barista or like person working there would know that they have some paid coffee, which they can provide to person who is poor, or to some old people, retired people, I don't know, militaries, for example. It became a very big tradition in Ukraine to give something to military people for free. And it's for free because A, businesses are very conscious, and B, people would pay for that to express their gratitude or to their respect. So in Crimean honey, people would do the same. If someone is in a good mood, they can pay for 3 coffees, and the next person coming to kaviakhane, they will not have to pay for it. So it's like the exchange of kindness.
Yeah. This is so cool, and it seems that coffee is really a big thing for Crimean people, for Kremlin.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's like a thing that is connecting people and becoming an attribute of holidays, of social connections, and of gratitude. So cool.
And for example, last time I was in Crimea, 3 years ago, we had like a tour around my relatives because they haven't seen me for a long time. And I have this like girl, she's like the niece of my cousin mom's sister, I don't know, like pretty distant relative. She was younger than me, but the moment we entered the house, she knew that she has to make some coffee for us. And since she was like young, I would say 17, 16, I don't know, maybe she was kind of new to the kitchen or making coffee, and I could hear that her mom is saying, you know, you made like a bad coffee, we have to remake it. So they're teaching girls to make coffee, to be like, you know, to have this continuous tradition. So the girl, for example, if she gets married, she could present to her husband's relatives a good coffee.
Okay.
So it is kind of measurement of how cool, not a wife, but like house people you are.
House master. Yeah. Хозяйка.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. I think we can say house master, and yeah, that's a woman. Yeah, how good they are. The indicator is how good their coffee is, right? Okay, got it.
And also there are some different ways how to drink coffee. For example, in my family, we would buy milk from farmers, not from the store, but from farmers, because we lived in like this area with some farms. And if you take fresh milk and it like stays in the fridge for some time, it got layered, and this like thick layer of milk, it is almost like a cream, and you can like gather it from the top of the bottle and to put in coffee instead of cream from market. And also I have to Google this word. Divination, you know, like fortune telling tradition.
Yeah. So on Husha or something else?
Yeah. How do you say?
I don't know. Like the coffee that's been already processed. Yes.
I think it's
but
coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds. Yeah.
So it is a tradition on fortune telling on coffee grounds, and it is kind of, you know, controversial topic to discuss in Crimean Tatar society, because some of people say that it's okay, like it's normal for all the people in the world to try to guess their fortune, to see, I don't know, in coffee grounds, in stones, in trees. Like,
Let them
it's the
do
nature.
anything if they like. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the nature of people. They would try to guess their destiny, and some nations did it on coffee grounds. But some of Crimean Tatar people would say that it is haram. It's like prohibited by Islam,
Mm-hmm.
because only God has to know about your future. You cannot like
Mm-hmm.
take the God's role and to predict something.
Mm-hmm.
But in my family, we did try to, you know, do try to tell your destiny, your fortune by coffee grounds. And this year, when I was visiting Turkey on Erasmus youth exchange, I like the girls from Turkey. They reminded me about this tradition, and I was like, "Wow, actually, we did that in my house."
Hmm.
And so I remembered about that. And now, whenever I go to Musafir, and
Mm-hmm.
or every place where people make coffee in Jizvir, I would say to girls, "Hey, do you want to have a fortune telling?" And they would go, "Of course I do. Of course I do. Please." So it's very cool, and this thing makes like a strong connection between me and, for example, my mom, because
Mm-hmm.
from the very childhood I saw her doing that. So that's a cool moment for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Prometheus UA, thank you for that question. I knew a lot of interesting things today about coffee in Crimean Tatar culture. So, I wanted to thank Blonde Bombsheller for 5 gifted memberships and Mr. Kaplan for 50 gifted memberships. Thank you guys. Also, Martin Bissek for becoming a stinger once again. Thank you. Okay. I'm looking at the chat. Also want to address some questions to you. Desaid. Rick asked Lina what she predicts Russia orcs fortune telling would be.
uh, I would say all of them will burn in hell, and I hope they will suffer a lot. I hope that your YouTube channel will not get suspended because of my words, Rick. Sorry.
They will not. They will not. I say that all the time. So.
Okay, so my wish is the same. I want them to take their things and to leave Crimea and all the Ukraine territories. They are not welcomed here, so
Yeah,
I wish them to go home, and it is like the lightest thing I can wish them.
I agree. I agree with you, and yeah, that's the lightest thing. Not just leave. Ideally, be punished for their
Of course,
war crimes.
unfortunately, the world society let Russia to do all these crimes. And I'm not even talking about Crimea. It was like years and years before that, Georgia, Caucasus region, and all these things. So uh, I think the world has to stop thinking about Russia as some undefeatable country, and to realize that it has to be punished, and it has to take responsibility for all its crimes during the last, I don't know, several centuries, or at least like the end of Soviet Union. But actually, I would like for all the people who are responsible for example, deportation of my nation, or people who were killing Ukrainian writers and political figures, for them to be responsible to feel the price of this responsibility.
Yeah, same. So, Prometheus UA also recommended me to visualize the story about the coffee. Coffee has been pronounced a lot lately because Buy Me Coffees live in Ukraine, and we even have this Buy Me a Coffee shit emoji there in the chat. Maybe you noticed that, but it's going to be sent in the chat once people will hear this with a slight delay of 15 seconds or something. Anyway, I'm switching to this.
And by the way, in my buy me a coffee, I put instead of coffee, kave, which is like coffee in Crimean Tatar language. But of course, the situation with buy me a coffee is disgusting.
Yeah, now I'm trying to fight it, and I would also like to talk with you about it. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm showing the picture, guys, of the Crimean. I need to display this to you.
I can see it.
Oh, you still can see it,
Yeah.
even because you were dropping off. I thought you lost the ability to see it, but you can see it. So Prometheus UA is my supplier of content, and in this case, this picture was supplied. You can see how it looked back in the days. Yeah, basically a bar, but instead of alcohol, they were drinking coffee. By the way, I think it's prohibited in what, Muslim culture to drink alcohol, right? Or not?
Yeah, because of Islam, it's kind of prohibited. But again, Crimean Tatar people are the more secular Muslim people. They got invented their own like alcohol drink, but it's very light. It's like 5 degrees. But it's still alcohol, and people used to drink it like from Crimean Khanate time. So it's not the modern invention, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, Crimean Tatar people trying to enjoy their life as they can.
Yeah, nothing bad with that. I just don't drink myself because I never liked it, you know. Like, I didn't like the feeling of being drunk because I've become then kind of, I don't know, I was not in the reality, and I never needed to escape the reality. This is why I didn't like it. So that's just a coincidence, a good coincidence.
About myself, because I'm a fan of a good cocktail. And I know some places in Kiev which make a good cocktail. So
I never judge people who drink.
I can give some recommendations.
Okay, awesome. So I want to thank Jay for $10 super chat, so Ukraine can keep on trucking. Thank you. And Slava Ukraini, Heroям Slava from Scream Boy 8 5-pound super chat. Thank you very much, Scream Boy. And Jay too. Okay, I thanked everyone. I also wanted to talk with you and actually bring you the latest news. Maybe you heard it if you listened to the stream before you joined in. Did you?
No, I was listening to the lecture about Crimean Tatar literature.
Nice. That's much more. Much more, how do you call it, important, not only important but knowledgeable than being on the first part of my stream. 100%.
Depends on what you were talking about.
Mostly of Buy Me a Coffee. So I was reading, first of all, I was reading the email that one of the rollers received when they sent, as a reply, when they sent 5 days ago a question to Buy Me a Coffee, why the hell do you leave Ukraine? Buy Me a Coffee sent a half automated message. I think some person needed to change the text and automated message, because the last time, I mean, it was almost a week ago when I discovered that Buy Me a Coffee is living in Ukraine, and there was a message, one of the emails they sent, and they said, we're disabling the withdrawal options of Payoneer and Wise since 14th of August. And on the email that one of the rollers received, it was already said that it's since 15th of August, not 14th. So they kind of moved the date for 1 day. Wow, that's a lot. That gives us a lot of time to prepare. Yeah. Anyway, but the information is controversial because on this email they said next. Just give me a second. I have it here. They said we're disabling Wise and Payoneer due to incompatibility with our upcoming features, like support for local currency and blah blah blah. But also they said it's unintentional, which is funny, very not. But then also, yeah, they said about 15s. But the problem is, on their Twitter, they replied to me and other Ukrainian, where they said next. Almost all of our creators use our standard payout method powered by Stripe. We've decided to focus on this for fraud prevention, less overhead costs, and other reasons which are important for the sustainability of the business, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, Stripe do not support Ukraine today. Because of this, we're planning to continue offering an alternative payout method, such as Wise, for countries that are not supported. As we figured this out, we can confirm that it is business as usual for creators from Ukraine on Buy Me a Coffee. So there on Twitter, they claimed that they're gonna keep supporting us by giving us the Wise option, though I, for example, don't have it myself today, only Payoneer. But it may appear after Payoneer disappears. Who knows? Let's just see.
I've heard that Wise doesn't work in Ukraine either.
You mean you cannot create a Wise account or something?
Yeah, because you're Ukrainian.
I thought
Some people find solution opening by opening cards in Polish banks, for example.
the thing is, I think you can do it without opening a Wise card, just with a bigger commission. But I entered it today. I also thought I'm not able to use it because I could not create the UA Hryvnias card. But then today I entered it and logged in, and I noticed that there is a possibility to send money to, like, for example, through wire transfer to your account through IBAN. So probably Wise is still an option. I was able to create an account a few months ago when I tried to use it, but I could not create the card anymore. But I can still receive it on Wise account and then just withdraw it. So probably this is still an option. But the problem is, in one message they say that Wise is going to be available, and on the next day they send a message on someone's email saying that Wise is not going to be available. So where the hell should we look, And there was no official statement anywhere, like on their page. It was just a reply. What do you think about all of this mess?
I can't find words to describe it and being polite at the same time. Frustrating,
Oh, that's a polite word,
Yeah, like really frustrating because it was like a platform a lot of people opened after abandoning Patreon, because Patreon blocked Ukrainians' accounts because they tried to gather money for military in first days of full-scale invasion. And I think it is totally irresponsible of them to be so inhumane and not to understand our situation.
Yeah.
Like, it is the war happening in Ukraine in 21st century. What do you want from us? Gathering money for puppies? Okay, people were gathering money for puppies either. But Buy Me Coffee is kind of disappointing me with these restrictions without a proper work which was done before that. Like, they could think about these changes they were going to implement and then put some restrictions, like, or to prepare us to give some official statement, like, hey guys, in 2 months we are stopping that, no problem. But it happens so, like,
Sudden?
so fast, yeah, so sudden. And personally, I feel frustrated about it because I was planning to develop my Buy Me a Coffee account, and I already have, for example, $10 over there, and I cannot withdraw them because Payoneer makes withdrawals only from $20. So I'm losing this money, for example. Thank you a lot, Buy Me a Coffee.
But Payoneer option is not going to be available if we
Since
trust
today.
them. Since
Yeah.
today or tomorrow, obviously it's tomorrow now. But maybe it was just like 14s, including 14s. This is why they said 15s. Maybe they didn't change anything. But I really wonder if Wise is still going to be available. And if this is a change, then that means that we did it, because I recorded a video on, when was it? On Thursday last week, where I called for everyone to start contacting Buy Me a Coffee and asking them questions why they're abandoning Ukraine. And they have been really spammed after that. People are spamming them, and this is why they replied to me yesterday. And they were even, well, basically, why I say to me, but they were replying to that guy. They actually replied to my video on Twitter where I posted it. So they also replied with that message. So Rick, look here, like this is why I thought it's also a reply to me. But what they did there, they also started threatening. They said, we'd appreciate if you... What?
Block you, yeah, if you continue.
Yeah. They said, if you stop spamming our socials, spreading misinformation about us, such as we blocked withdrawals to Ukraine, we'll have no option but to block you and move on. So, like, blocking withdrawals... before they were saying that both Wise and Payoneer are going to be blocked, isn't it blocking? And even after they said that, sending emails to one of the rollers saying that. So this is all seems like a shit show to me, and we just need to wait and see how it's going to be unfolding. And I'm just gonna keep informing people, and maybe we'll do even more spam if they're not gonna be sticking to their promises.
I'm really interested which platform people will use to keep their community together, to continue receiving donations.
In the last week, I already discovered two of them. Both Ukrainian platforms. First one is Base by Monobank. Have you heard of that one?
I have, but you have to be entrepreneur, like a physical person.
Oh yeah, I am an entrepreneur. This is my, my, how do you call this?
FOP.
What?
FOP.
FOP, yeah. No. I mean, я хотів сказати, що це моя не те, що перевага, а типу як коротше, I cannot even say it in Ukrainian. I wanted to say, yeah, I have the private entrepreneur, and this is why it's not a problem to me. But yeah, if people don't have that, this cannot be used. But there's Donatello, a second service, and it is more diverse. I would say more people were able to join that one, and less people were able to join Base. So because they use Wayfopay, and again only for private entrepreneurs. Damn it.
Well, I am a private entrepreneur, but I'm wondering about taxes. Because they didn't clarify the situation with taxes, who is going to report on donations and what KBAD to choose, if it's like a tips, not some like your work.
Yeah, I understand
report that between the tax office. So
what I'm doing, basically, what I was doing before. I registered officially as a volunteer here in Ukraine, and I now am going to be once a year reporting about the donations. I'm doing them separately through, like, for example, if people were donating to buy me a coffee, I mean, donating, not like subscribing just to me or making a donation to me. I I was I was withdrawing. I were okay, whatever. Withdrawing was right.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. My brain starts to be rusty because of the tiredness. So anyway, I was withdrawing money to choice because I received them on an entrepreneur card, and after I paid taxes, these are my money, and I can do with them whatever I want. So I'm just gonna be donating my money, and
No problem with the paying taxes. Like, it's okay, it's totally understandable, and I'm pro it. The situation is, how do you report for it if you're not registered as volunteer, for example, as I am. But I think, like, we'll figure it out. We are Ukrainians. Will
yeah,
figure out everything.
I think so too. Okay, so buy me a coffee. Yeah, these two options, Donatello and the base. If you extend your quads, you know, the sphere of your work, let's say, I think you can also receive those on your private entrepreneur account and just pay taxes from them. Just inform people that 5%, at least 5%, because we have this 5% tax guys here, but also the commission from the services is paid for. In Monobank it's 3%, in Donatello and some it's gonna be 4%. So it's less than on Buy Me a Coffee, because on Buy Me a
Yeah.
Coffee it's officially 5. So here's an info for you to look into, maybe for your purposes, if you and for your work. Okay, guys, I want to remind you that Lina is holding a fundraiser for
For the festival.
for a festival. Yes, Crimean Tatar festival, right?
Yes.
Where are you plan to do this? In Kyiv, right?
Yeah, in Kiev. I cannot share the location right now because it's not even decided if we will hold this festival, because we're still gathering money, and as you can see, it's not a lot in the jar right now.
Guys, right
Unfortunately.
now it's like $50 there. You cannot do a festival with $50. So please, if you have the means to help Lina with anything, send money to her PayPal. It's in the description of the stream already. You know what to do, and I'm sure. What?
Not on the festival, like, we will cover the expenses from competition, because, for example, we have to pay some prizes to winners, pay salaries to jury who assessed the works. So we do need some money. I've tried to make some grant applications, and you know how tiring it is. Grants are like the invention of hell.
I don't know. I never went through that procedure, but
Well, you might have heard about that.
now I did. I never heard how hard
So
it is.
it is hard, especially for people who are not grant writers. Like, I'm not a grant writer, but our team is small, so we did that, and it's exhausting and tiring. And unfortunately, we didn't receive these grants, so now we are opening a fundraiser.
An advice from Michael Russo. Rick, talk to government. They will not make us such. Do you really think that it's so easy to get the support from the government? Lina, your turn.
Unfortunately, no, because we tried, and like, the Department of Culture unfortunately doesn't have money for Crimean Tatar Festival. I think they have, like, some other priorities.
Yeah, guys, we have war here, but actually, to be honest, some some precedents of some not very good content or events being spent money on, like money were spent on being started. Yeah, that's probably the word. Yeah, so unfortunately, it's not that
Easy. Yeah.
easy. Okay, so Prometheus UA sent me more photos and actually also a link, the link to the website, and I've been showing you some pictures of kava, coffee, or kahesi, you said, right?
Kavesi. Kavya is coffee, but if you're using some, how to say, word before that, for example, coffee of like the bride's coffee, you would add the like suffix to kavya and it will become kavesi.
Kavesi.
But if you're talking just coffee, it will be kavya.
Kavya. Okay, thank you. So, the pictures, yeah. This one is Lina, you can still see it, right?
Yes, I can.
This one is interior of the Crimean Tatar.
I can see the name I know on the screen on the right part.
On the right bar here? Are you?
Yeah, в розділі вам також сподобається. The first name.
Yeah, you know this name? This
It's
name.
like
Volgelkot.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he's a historian
Awesome.
with proper education, and he has a Telegram channel about Crimean toponyms, and not only Crimean, but Ukraine's toponyms in general. So if everyone from Ukraine is interested, go to Volgelkot. It's a hard name. Profile on Drukarnia, and he'll have a link to Telegram channel, and Telegram channel is very informative.
Here it is, guys. But you don't have the initial link, so let me share it in the chat. But it's exclusively for Ukrainians, I guess, because there's no translation there in English, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, but he gives me some advice about my YouTube videos. So let's say he does his part into educating people abroad about Crimea.
Okay. Guys, also please don't forget to like the stream, as it helps with engagement and maybe even bring some bots. And if bots are here, that means we're getting out there. YouTube is showing us to random people around the world, right? Or maybe not so random, maybe to Russian bots. Well, okay, probably you can tell that I'm getting even more tired and sleepy or something. I don't know.
It is exhausting job to hold the stream.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it just.
Especially 4 days in a row, Rick.
Oh yeah.
You have to have some proper sleep.
Well, on Monday I was a guest on Starsky's stream, so maybe it doesn't count, but I spent 2 hours there being focused and also reading the chat. Yeah, so probably maybe it counts. But yeah, thank you. I need more sleep, definitely. At least today, because tomorrow I won't have enough sleep, because on Friday I will have to go to the NAFO truck handover event. Do you know what's that?
I know who are NAFO, but I didn't hear anyone.
There's a fund, Estonian fund. They call themselves NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade, and they are bringing pickup trucks, and not only those, also minibuses and drones. They bring it to Ukraine every month. Every month, around 20 trucks, and hundreds of drones. I worked together with them. What?
That's a big help.
Yeah, more than 400 trucks, 414 if I'm not mistaken. And tomorrow is Thursday. Next convoy arrives, and in the morning of Friday, there's going to be a handover event where, like a big event where all the trucks are standing in one place and soldiers are coming there, and we are coming and we are handing over the trucks. I work with them for maybe almost a year already. I think a year, yeah, something like that. And we raised funds for 7 trucks through that initiative. Like, I would say once per 2 months we raise for 1 truck, sometimes once per 1 month, but that's rare. Anyway, they are awesome, and usually I come to those events every month. Even if we don't have a truck of ours to hand over, I just go there and I interview volunteers, soldiers, whoever I can. I make videos, then I post them on my channel. So there are some cool interviews. I meet some amazing people there, and also
They have a good company over there.
yeah. You, by the way, can come. Like, it's an open event, so if you will have time or wish to come there someday, it is really inspiring to see the
Sunday or Friday?
Friday. It's Friday morning from 9 until usually like 1 p.m. From 1 a.m. Oh no, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Not that early.
I think I'm gonna make it.
Awesome. Would be cool to have you there. And yeah, awesome. I'm happy that I invited you, and I usually invite everyone. So that's check.
Yeah.
Okay, so also I wanted to ask you to talk about Nariman Jalal a bit more, to tell us who he is and what work is he doing.
Nariman Jalal. He, as many Crimean Tatar people, was born not in Crimea because his family was deported in 1944, and since like the young age, he was a very educated young man and older man. He's around 40 something right now, I think, maybe around 50. He looks good. He
especially after Russian captivity, yeah?
Yeah, before the captivity, he looked much more better, but like he lost some weight, and it's awful to see that. And you can see how hard it was for him because he was like tortured in the beginning of his captivity, and of course it's a lot of stress. But anyway, he was a journalist in Crimean Tatar newspaper, which is called Avdet, which is like returning, if I'm not mistaken. He was is a very educated person. He, if I'm not mistaken, he even worked at a university, and he became a political figure for Crimean Tatar people, like a deputy of the head of Crimean Tatar Mejlis. And in 2021, he joined Crimean Platform in Kiev. And as soon as he came back to Crimea, Russians bring up some ideas of some terrorist events and accused him and 2 other people of committing these crimes. So in 2021 they detained him, and in 2022 they sentenced him to, if I'm not mistaken, 16 years, maybe more, but not less. For like kinda blowing up some pipes with gas. I don't know, but we all understand that it's about his political.
Yeah, it's all made up accusations and charges just to put him in prison because he's not following the Russian agenda and actually opposing Russian regime.
That's right. And joining the international platform, Crimean platform, it was the first year of it. So Russian militaries came to his house as per their nice tradition in 4 or 5 in the morning. They dragged him out of bed. He tried to be calm and not to scare his children, for example. And since then, he like was detained and tortured. They really like harmed his health. But even from captivity, he managed to write some letters, and a lot of people wrote letters to him because right now Ukraine's implementing this how to say initiative. It is called the Letters to Free Crimea, where they provide with details how to write letters to Crimean political prisoners. So people wrote to him a lot, and he wrote to his family. But of course, all these letters are checked with censorship of Russian prisons, and of course, they will not allow some letters related to political topics or
Yeah.
accusing Russians of something. Um, yeah, so as I said at the beginning, I was extremely surprised by his release because it hasn't been happening for the last 5 years, and Russians are constantly rejecting all the negotiations about exchanging Crimean prisoners. Because Majlis of Crimean Tatar people, they say that every negotiation they have, they try to put the names of political prisoners from Crimea to the exchange list, but they're not going through.
Yeah.
So now Nariman is in Kiev. He attends every Crimea-related events, and I've seen him twice or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, in this time.
Nice.
He's still very kind and very smart person. Like looking at him, it makes you calm, I'd say. He's very intelligent, and I really wish him a good health and strength, because he is a big figure for Crimean Tatar people here and in Crimea. And occupation for 10 years makes it kind of difficult between people in Ukraine, I mean Crimean Tatars in Ukraine and Crimea, to still be connected, because we have totally different experiences, and we have this gap between our experiences. So these figures like Neriman Jalal, they really keep us together, and I wish him good health, prosperity, and political activity.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling us his story. So he spent 2.5 years in Russian captivity, right?
No more, since 2021, almost 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years. Yeah, so he was captured before, and I say captured because he's a political prisoner. I think this is a correct term.
Yeah, and some of his texts he wrote from imprisonment were published in Crimean Fig anthology.
Mm-hmm.
Like we try to publish not only literature about love, nature, beauty, and all of that, but also texts from political prisoners. So it is extremely important project we are making.
Mm-hmm. So that book is still only in Ukrainian, right?
Ukrainian and Crimean Tatar, yes, but there is a good news. We are working about translating Crimean Tatar literature into English, and as soon as we have some news, of course, I will let you know, and I hope your community will discover the world of Crimean Tatar literature to themselves.
Would be amazing. As soon as it is ready, you'll let me know,
Yeah,
I'm sure. Okay, but while we were speaking, Prometheus UA sent me more pictures. You've seen them too, right? While you were talking about Nariman Jalal, I was
Yeah.
showing them to you.
Yeah.
So they are, as you can see, ancient. You can see Cossacks there, and probably also British or maybe French. You see the hats. So what Prometheus UA said that maybe even Lina didn't see those. It's yeah. By the way, it's Jean Baron de Reuilly was a French politician who traveled to Crimea in 1803. So this is a French guy. I needed to read the description too, not just look at the photos. But yeah, here he travels there, and I think he's there. He's shaking hands with Karamali. And here's some Cossack. He standing with a bowman and bowman's wife, probably, right? Looks like that.
You know, I can see screen from stream.
You cannot see it from.
Streamlabs.
That's what you meant when you said I can still see it, because I thought you won't be able to see it. Okay, just give me a second. Now you can see it. Yeah. Okay, and this photo. Okay, let's see those photos. Here's Cossack, right? Here's that French guy in 1803 traveling to Crimea. And this last one is кав'ярня в Кадикої, малюнок Кримської війни 1853-56 роки. Now I need to translate that. So this is a coffee place in Kadikoy. Do you know where Kadikoy is located, Lina?
It is definitely in Crimea.
Yeah, definitely. You don't need to Google that. I'm curious if you maybe know, because you recognized.
The Google says it's not Crimea. Or maybe it is because there is a neighborhood Kadıköy in Istanbul, but also a village in Crimea.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So this picture, a drawing from Crimean War, 1853-1856. This is a British drawing. These are the British guys sitting there in that coffee place. And during this war, British and French and some other countries were fighting in Crimea against Russian Empire. Yeah, I know that. I know that Russians were defeated in Crimea by the British fleet. Yeah, basically another war that was lost by the Russians. And of course they don't remember that, because this is a very inconvenient truth for them.
Yeah, but the sad thing about this war is that it was called like Crimean in Russian and Ukrainian language, and it was happening in Crimea. And unfortunately, because of this war, Crimea's resources was almost like fully exhausted, because to provide some food and resources to army, people use Crimea's land and Crimea's people to have all of them. So this war forced even more Crimean Tatar people to leave Crimea and to move to Ottoman Empire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine. Like this, this is happening again in 21st century. Another war brought there by Russians. Балаклава з'явилася саме під час Кримської війни, says Prometheus UA. Balaclava is a buchta.
Right? Yeah, a town near Sevastopol. which is Akyar.
Takyar?
Akyar.
Akyar. Sevastopol is Akyar, guys. That's how you need to call it from now on. And I don't want to hear Sevastopol anymore. Let's write it in the chat. Can you please write Akyar?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm kidding, guys. You can say Sevastopol, but when Russian Empire will fall, we will rename it back.
Our name's back. Yeah.
Okay. Very good interview. The Tatar people of Crimea. Crimean Tatars or Krimli, but not just Tatars. Because just Tatars live in Tatarstan and Ulyanovsk Oblast of Akyar. So Lucas Ram helped you. Lucas Ram is your friend, right?
Lucas?
Lucas, do you know some Lucas Ram? No? In the chat.
I'm not sure we know each other.
Maybe...
Maybe we have to.
Yeah. Lucas, where are you from? Slava Akyar, says Lucas. Yeah, just curious. Oh, by the way, guys, I want to remind you that we are raffling this awesome patch of Chimera, an FPV unit from the Steel Border Brigade. They do a hell of a work, and we are currently raising money for 2 electronic warfare devices for 2 of their vehicles because they need some protection, and one costs around 150,000 hryvnias, so we are raising 300,000 hryvnias, and we're on 36% right now after Sunday stream, so pretty good job already. We keep raising money, but to get this patch or get a chance to get it, of course, not guaranteed get it, you can buy ticket by sending money to my PayPal, or now it is Base, or yeah, let's use Base. Maybe Donatella if Base doesn't work for you with the donations, but I think Base is a priority here. Before that I said buy me a coffee. No, the priority is PayPal. If you're using PayPal, send money there. But if PayPal doesn't work for you for some reason, maybe you don't have it, we also have rollers who don't use Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, shit, PayPal, not Buy Me a Coffee. Rick, forget that term. No, I'm still not forgetting that because the fight is going, and we still need to talk about it for some time until they make their decision or show us what they're intending to do, not really confusing us constantly.
Oh, like, I mean, an honest reaction would be okay. Like, we want just to be well informed about what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no honest reaction from their side, and no clear reaction, obviously. Lucas Ram is from Amsterdam. So maybe Lucas just repeated after you, Lucas, or maybe you did know Akyar name because you put it in the chat after Lina, just like in 2 messages after that.
You know, I was surprised that some people, like outside of Ukraine, do know some toponyms from Crimea. I mean, all toponyms. I met this guy in Latvia, and when I told him that I'm from Crimea, he was like, Akyar, Akyar. And I was like, oh my God, where did you hear that? And he showed me an old map drawn by some man in the 18th century. He was like a traveler, and he made a map of Europe. And since it was 18th century, it had old Crimean Tatar names. So I was so pleased to hear like these native words from a person who lives like 1,000 kilometers from me. It was so heartwarming.
Yeah, I can imagine. Pretty cool. By the way, Lucas Ram said, not a friend, sorry. From Amsterdam, I was looking out to this interview, the ethnic history I need to understand. Awesome. People were looking out for this interview. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm very glad to hear that, but also if someone hadn't checked my YouTube channel, I have 2 videos.
Yeah.
2 videos. And actually, I'm more active on Twitter. So I post there something about Crimea, but more modern parts of Crimea, for example, from my childhood memories or information about political prisoners. So I'm working on my next video, I promise you. But it's going very slow since I have job.
Yeah, understandable. I had another job before April. Now I'm. By the way, did I tell you? I think we met each other when I was already full time on YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, you didn't know me, previous me. I mean, before that. Anyway, I understand how is that. I also wanted to do what? I wanted to. Lucas Ram says I made some online friends in Crimea back in 2012-ish. That's pretty cool. Good to know. I also wanted to say. I wanted to add your Twitter to the description of the stream also. So is it also just Lina from Crimea, just like this?
Lina from Crimea and Nizhny Pechorkovanie.
Oh, I found you because I'm following you. Easy. Okay. Guys, please follow Lina in Twitter if you use it, because I know a lot of you don't use it. You told me that. Hey, Robert Janosar just donated 2,900. Did you hear that? Sim tickets. So there's a Ukrainian narration on the base. When people send money on the to the base, a cat appears, some animation, and then if you put a comment, then it starts narrating it in English, but with the Ukrainian accent. So basically narrating it in Ukrainian. Yes, it is so funny. And okay, so this is a base alert, but it's cut off. I need to recut it off. Just give me a second. I'm gonna do this because I will completely forget to do it in this scene. Edit, transform, 0, done. Yeah. So
I have a piece of news actually.
Awesome.
Again, it hasn't been released yet, but in the beginning of summer, I gave the interview about Crimea. And I think it will get either translated or it will have subtitles in English. And I really hope that it will happen soon. And I will be able to share it maybe on my YouTube channel or in Twitter, because it was very sensitive for me. Like, I think I cried there. But it was a very good discussion, and if anyone has any questions about Crimea, I will be happy to answer.
Yeah, guys, please ask questions in the chat, because we need to finish the stream in 15 minutes. So would be awesome if you ask some, because I was asking too many questions today and I didn't give you the chance. Sorry, guys. I'm usually not a good interviewer because I don't know what to ask, But today I knew what to ask and I asked a lot. But you helped me. I know that.
Yeah, my problem is like everything is obvious for me, and I'm talking about what interests me more. And it's like some maybe modern or too advanced theme for people who were not born in Crimea. So maybe we'll need some help.
Oh, by the way, I missed Tuna. Sorry, guys. I mean, I've seen her in the chat, but I didn't say hello to her. And I see now she's left. Damn it. Okay. Channel? Yeah, let me see it on the screen. By the way, here's Lina's Twitter. Lina from Crimea. And there's a Ukrainian coat of arms there, and on the right you can see a Crimean Tatar coat of arms. This is a letter of your alphabet, right? On the coat of arms. Oh,
Sorry, I don't get it.
you don't get it. I mean, coat of arms is a herb. Це буква алфавіту на гербі кримському.
No, it's not a letter. It's a symbol of Crimean Tatars, which is tamga. Tamga.
Tamga.
Yeah.
Aziza taught me what's that, but I already forgot. Sorry. Sorry, Aziza.
It doesn't hurt to say it again. It is the the sign of the dynasty of Crimean Tatar Hans. It was like in old stamps of the period of like the beginning of I would say 13th, 14th century, and it is still a symbol of Crimean Tatar people. No one knows what is it. Some people say it's some kind of hrabi. Some people have other versions.
Hairbrush?
Maybe. No one knows what is it, but the thing is, it is like the symbol of Crimean Tatars. And on our flag, it's yellow on the blue, like back font.
Sorry.
Font.
Background.
Yeah. It's a yellow tamga on a blue background, and background is blue because it symbolizes sky above the lands of Crimea, and yellow is the color of sky.
No, yellow is not.
Sun.
Sun. So sun and skies, right?
Yeah.
So it's like what you see when you look above when you're in Crimea.
Because Crimea is mostly not mountains and sea, it's steppe. It's a lot of grass, and everything you see is sky above you.
Yeah, a lot of fields. AJ Lahinska said, the conversation with Lina is ever so interesting, Rick. I absolutely love learning new things about Crimean Tatars. Me too. I like to learn new things. Okay. Looking for questions. How long have you been singing? Asks Michael Russo. Are you singing, by the way?
Depends if someone saw me singing somewhere.
Yeah, but you're not a singer, right?
No, I'm not. I love visiting singing classes when I visit music school. I'm playing piano, but like I can sing if it's a good company and a mood. But no, I'm not a singer.
Okay, got it. Maybe we have. I have a friend, Aziza. She's also from Crimea, and she's a singer. So maybe that person thought that
I'm Aziza.
You're Aziza, or maybe that you're Lina, but you're the singer. So mixed two people into one. That happens, and you know what? I think you should meet with Aziza. She's pretty awesome, and she...
Wait, Aziza from Odessa?
Yes. Do you know her?
I know her.
You know her. So, have you heard her singing, her music?
Yes, and actually, a few weeks ago, I heard her singing the song Eki Cheshme, which I like a lot, and it was very good.
Yeah,
and he's also an artist.
Yes, she's also painting, and we were actually auctioning her paintings, and we gotta auction more of her paintings. What about a stream together with her someday? What do you think?
Oh, I will be glad.
Yeah.
I would. I thought about having a stream between like two Crimean Tatars. Uh, it will be cool.
We
Yeah.
can do it here. You can just discuss what you want, and I'm gonna just
Moderate.
Yeah. Would be cool, I think.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. So we have a plan, guys. Here's gonna be a stream with both Lina and Aziza.
I wonder if anyone from your community had any plans on visiting Crimea after the occupation.
100%. First of all of them will go to Crimean beach party, of course, because it was so hyped in 2022 that people wanna go and they will never forget. But yeah, I would love to. I spent a lot of summers of my childhood there, and of course, this is not all Crimea. This is only mountains and sea, not the steppe Crimea. But oh, by the way, did you tell us what part of Crimea you're from?
I'm from central part of Crimea, the capital of Crimea, which is Simferopol, which will be renamed into Akhmedship. Yeah, but every summer I spend both near the sea and in the steppe where my grandmother lives, because when they returned from deportation, no one could obtain some good land like near the sea or near a big city, so they have to buy some property in the middle of steppe where is nothing, like no water, no electricity. So yeah, I hang out there every summer, I believe, until I got 14 or maybe 12, I don't know. And I know what it's like when you go barefoot on these fields of endless fields, and you can see nothing on the horizon, and the the wind in the steppe is extremely hot because there are no trees, and the air is not cooling down. So it's like interesting feeling like you're in desert, but inside of Crimea.
A desert in Crimea.
Desert.
Pretty cool. Okay. Prometheus UA says, я можу підготувати картини та фото для кримського стріму. Would be cool. Yeah.
And I would be glad to receive those pictures Rick showed us.
What do you mean?
Like, if you'll be able to send
them beforehand?
Yeah.
You mean the future pictures, not today's pictures, right?
Please send today's pictures.
Okay, I will. I will send them to you. Oh, by the way.
And I also have some pictures to show people because I have a lot of them.
That's cool. We'll do that. Okay, there's another picture that Prometheus just sent just to show a typical landscape of the southern coast of Crimea. Subtropical climate, sea, mountains, fantastic cuisine of the Crimean Tatars, indigenous people of Crimea. We know that. Kremli. Beautiful nature, clean air. Crimea will be liberated from Russian occupation. I believe that too. And yeah, that day will come. All Ukraine will be liberated from Russian occupation. Russian plague. It just... Yeah, Ukraine will punish it for all the war crimes that they committed. Okay, and I'm not showing the picture yet, but I'm on my way there. Just give me a second, guys. Just need to send it to proper Rick. I'm sending it to myself. Just, 2 accounts. One for display, one is personal. And it's easier to do it this way. It's a pretty small picture, though, but I can just easily Google it. Let me just make it.
And while you're Googling it, I just want to say that um, after Crimea will be liberated on occupied. Uh, if everyone is visiting it, please make sure you visit genuine Crimean Tatar places. I mean, not some palaces built by Russian noble people in the 19th century or the beginning of 20th century, but something cool like Bachasai Palace
Mm-hmm.
or some mosques. Because we have some old mosques from 15th century, for example, they're not in the best condition, but still they represent uh, the mood of Crimean Tatar people, not the occupiers.
Mm-hmm. That's how it looks, guys. I'm showing it to you finally in a bigger scale. Of course, that picture that Prometheus UA sent was much more, I don't know how you say it. Коротше, вона була дуже красиво заретушована і так далі. Oh, but yeah, look at this, guys. It's just a gorgeous place.
I see a comment that even palm trees grow in the south of Crimea. For them who doesn't know, actually, yes, the city of Yalta, which I used to visit several times. Really, when you go near the sea, in the coastline, there are palm trees, and it is so unusual for people from Ukraine, because I got to know some tourists from Ukraine before Crimea got occupied, and they were like, "I feeling like I'm somewhere, I don't know, in Mediterranean region." This smell of the sea and trees, not only palms, but some, how to say, хвоя.
Some pine trees. Yeah.
Pine, yeah, pines. The smell is magnificent. So I'm really, how to say, there is a meme. I'd like to erase my memory to experience it again for the first time.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. But just going back there will be enough. I don't need to be. I don't need for my memory to be erased. I just want to go back. And
Yeah, same.
I loved being there. Yalta, I know subtropical, says Lucas Ram. Okay, I need to mention two donations that came during the stream, in the beginning of the stream, actually. One from Lynn S, $20 tickets, please. Lynn, you have you yourself 2 tickets for this patch. And then, yeah, guys, I remind you that we're raffling this patch on Sunday. Crimea, not Crimea, Chimera. Chimera has probably the same number of letters or something, because it looks like Crimea to me from the first glance. But anyway, second donation was from Cole Ann. It was my birthday Monday. Here you go. You don't need to announce on stream if you don't want, brother. I want to announce it. I think you probably left the stream already, because this was sent. But if you're still there, happy birthday. Happy Monday birthday, Cole. And thank you for donation for this $40. I hope you want tickets. If you're still there in the chat, let me know if you want 4 tickets for this. But usually if I'm not getting the answer from the person, I just give those tickets to rollers, and anyone could grab it with just giving a plus to the chat. So guys, not now, but later on Sunday stream, I'll ask you to give some pluses for some free tickets. Lina, it's been almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we need to finish the stream. Unfortunately, I would love to talk to you more, but I also need to rest because there's still so much work this week.
Well, it's a good reason to meet each other again.
To do what?
Meet each other again.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, let's do stream the 3 of us next time. I see you liked the idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. So before we go, please say what you want to say about anything. Maybe also mention Kursk just a bit if you want,
Uh,
because we
I
didn't talk
love
about it.
I love memes about Kursk, but unfortunately, it's kind of distracting attention from the situation on the east side of Ukraine,
Yeah.
and especially Pokrovsk, because Russians' offensive is kind of cruel, and we are losing our territories. So I really hope that Kursk will like compensate the situation in some diplomatic level, or I don't know, because I don't know like the primer idea of keeping the territories. But I'm not an expert, so I'm not commenting it. Just please keep donating, because Ukraine's victory is a key for deoccupying Crimea. Crimea cannot exist without Ukraine, and Ukraine itself will not be fully happy and fully independent without having Crimea. So we are deeply connected, and to help me to be happy and to help every Crimean Tatar person and to help all the Ukrainians to live their best lives, please continue donating. I know it is like maybe hard, I understand, but it is like the big help for us, for everyone.
Yeah. I. Yeah. You have you finished? It feels like I interrupted you. No.
Maybe a quick comment that if you have some people like around you who has some doubts, please do not hesitate to inform them, to educate them a little about situation in Ukraine in general, and about Crimea too, because we are having this stream not only to have fun but also to spread the good word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
So AJ Lahinska, thank you so much, Lina and Rick, for this beautiful positive stream. I truly appreciate such streams and having the chance to get to know people via you, Rick. Thank you, Lina. It was
Thank you.
indeed.
Thanks to everyone who is watching us.
Yeah, and it feels like it indeed was a great conversation. I enjoyed it a lot. So thank you for that.
Time flies very fast
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're enjoying it.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about the occupation in 1944, just as I predicted. Not predicted, but I felt like it.
Expected.
Yeah, expected
Yeah.
from myself. Anyway, it was really interesting. Tracy Oceanfire said, wonderful stream, beautiful singing, and love Tatar coffee traditions. Yeah, talking about coffee traditions was worth it. You were talking about
Unites people.
occupation on the previous stream. So, guys, if you want to know about that, go and listen to Lina on the previous stream. It was about 2 months ago or something, right?
Yeah, it was in June,
It
and
was in
also
June.
all the information about occupation and brief history of Crimea is also in my videos. So
Yeah. By the way, we met with Lina during the protest next to U.S. Embassy, but I kind of reached out later, messaging her. If I'm not mistaken, it was like that, right? Yeah.
I think
Yeah, so we didn't meet each other. Like we've seen each other there, but then I just
we
reached
saw
out.
each other on Twitter. I think.
Yeah, and then I reached out on Twitter and said, "Lina, I've seen you there. Your English is awesome. By the way, it was complimented here today." Where I
Thanks.
noticed that. Blonde Bombsheller, thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for being here, for listening, guys, for gifting those memberships, super chats, and I'm hoping also sending donations to Lina. Lina, can you check your PayPal maybe? Maybe you have something there. But if you mention a person, say just the first letter of the second name. I usually do it to not dox people.
Uh-huh. I think. One sec. Do we have 1 sec?
Yeah, sure. We have even 2 minutes, I would say. Why not? A perfect excuse to have another stream. I agree, AJ. Enjoyed music and stream, learned a little about Crimean culture and history. Thanks, Lina and Rick. Thank you, Marcin. Thank you for being here and for positive comment.
I have a donation from Andreas.
Andres Lach. That's a full name on here too, so you can say the full name.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. They commented, love to see you on Rick's stream, Lina.
Thank you, Andreas. Thank you very much. So, guys, if you also want to send a donation to Lina, it will go for the festival here in Kyiv.
Festival of Crimean Tatar Literature, yeah.
Festival of Crimean Tatar Literature. It's very important to, share that, because if we don't share it with people, it unfortunately
will get lost in the history.
Yes, it will get lost in the history. Well said, Lina. So that's it. Не забудь скинути Ліні картини та фото. Okay, Prometheus UA is always watching me and reminding me. But I'm grateful for that, Prometheus UA. You do a great job. Thank you so much. Without your help, these streams won't be so colorful and won't sound so cool, because it was your recommendation to put Jamala on. Does she have a name suggestion for the tapestry? I'd love to hear names she likes. Okay, I'm gonna send Lina a photo. Yeah, tapestry photo, and she will tell me what name comes to her mind. Lina, check Telegram in a second. I see it here. Yep. So
what is in this tapestry?
So this one was made out of the small biser in Ukrainian. Yeah, it's basically many pieces. I forgot the English word. Bids. If I'm not mistaken, bids it is. So what name do you think she should get?
I would name her a sister, not the name, but when I look at this tapestry, I have association with the word sister, because right now everyone in Ukraine feels like your brother or sister.
Yeah, you're right.
There is no person in Ukraine who feels not your family, because we're all united. So I have a sister, not a name.
That's a great name, to be honest. Guys, now I'm finally showing it on the screen, and I think you will agree that we should just name it like this. I think a sister fits perfectly. And your explanation makes it fit even more perfectly, So, yeah. I like the name. So, guys, I'm gonna put this one on the auction before Sunday on my mini auction platform. The starting price, I don't know. We did not figure out the starting price. Lina, maybe you think?
Oh, I'm so bad at auctions. Believe me, you don't want to hear my price.
And that's too much responsibility. Sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, Tracy Auction.
Maybe by the way, can I suggest you some things to for your auctions, because I might have some things from Crimea related.
Yes, would be amazing.
To raise some money.
Let's do it. Let's do it and put it on the auction platform and support some of your fundraisers with that.
You can support your fundraisers with that. I mean, I just want them to work.
Yeah, but let's support your fundraiser first, and then we could support my fundraisers. I think you need money for your festival, so let's. Okay. We have money for freedom from Martin.
Money for freedom.
Did you hear that? No, you could not hear that. She said money for freedom. in Ukrainian accent, with a Ukrainian accent.
Mhm.
Money for freedom. She said, "Money for freedom." that's that's powerful, Monobank. Just like, yeah, nice idea. So yeah, let's actually do it as soon as possible. Before Sunday, I would like to put one of the items of yours on the auction, and the money will go to your fundraiser for the festival. So let's yeah, please think of the things you want, of the thing, right, you want to put on the auction in the
And then
next
we'll
day or
bring
two,
Friday to
and
you.
send the photo to me, and I'll put it there.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I think I got another
Donation. Amazing.
donation. I don't want to misspell it.
No problem. Try.
Tracia.
Tracy. But
Oh.
maybe okay. No, Tracy is actually in the nickname, but yeah, I think the first name is Tracia. Tracia, maybe.
Mhm.
I also received a donation from Tracia, $20. 2 tickets for Patch, please. Slava Ukraini. Героям слава. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. Tracy's nickname, or Tracia's nickname, is Tracy Ocean Fire 777.
And thank you also, Greg.
Greg, and the first letter of the second name?
W. W.
Greg W. Thank you very much for donation to Lina.
Very much.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so even more money for the festival. I like to see it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Guys, we need
We're
to
gonna go.
finish. Yeah.
Yep.
Lina, thank you so much for visiting the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. You're a
Thank you a lot for reminding me. It's a pleasure for me to talk about things I'm passionate about.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that. Rollers. Oh, Blonde Bombsheller just sent a super chat for Lina's festival. Ukraine's lovely sister from Blonde Bombsheller with love. So I owe you. Okay, I'm gonna add to those. You know, I'm gonna add and donate to your jar.
Thank
In addition to this, some of my own money, and I want to do it now. Let me do it. So $10 from Blonde Bombsheller, and I will add some to that of my money. So let me just donate to your jar right now before we finish the stream. Okay?
you. Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Thank you a lot.
So yeah, obviously I cannot take money from this super chat right away, but I can do. What can I do? I can.
You can have a rest, Rick. You can have a rest for today and to think about it tomorrow.
No. I'm doing it now. I wanted to say that I'm just gonna, receive that money in a month, and I will just kind of compensate a part of this donation. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so this one is gonna be from Blonde Bombsheller and me. And Rick, okay. So you know who me is. Okay, Crimea will be liberated. I believe in that. So, donation is sent, and we gotta finish the stream now. We can finish the stream now. Lina, once again, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you a lot.
thank you, everyone, for watching this and being so kind and funny in the chat. I always love to see it. Your rollers are amazing. And what else? That's it. Have a nice week, everyone. Lina, thank you very much once again, and live long and prosper, by the way.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Same to you. Same to you and to everyone of followers.
Yep.